So I'll just go into the pivot table. You click anywhere within your data that follows those rules, then you go to Insert Pivot Table. So this basically highlights your data for you. You don't need to click anything because your data follows the rules, and just click OK, and that creates a pivot table. Now, based on your plan, if you look at my plan here, based on this report that I have on paper, I want to see model in my rows and region in my columns. So I can start with that. So model, if you see model here, you drag model to your rows, and then you drag region to your columns. Where's region here? Can't see. Okay, there. Region, no region here, no region in this data set. So I'll just drag state to my columns. So I have model and state. So if you look at your data, we have rows have my model, and then the states are in my columns. Then I can analyze revenue. I just take revenue and drop it in value. That's the values I'm analyzing, revenue. Then I could take something like line of business, and I take it to my filter here. That is my report filter to the top right. That means I can filter this entire report by something. Let's say parts, for example. This is it filtered by parts. I could say I filter my entire report by service plan. So the first thing is you put your data, write it on paper, actually write it on paper, and then plan it. What's in my rows, what's in my columns, what am I analyzing, and then what can filter the entire report. And you just place them in the appropriate place in this pivot table. Now, if you look at the report that we had, it was a percentage of grand total. So what we want is, I don't want to see this 509 million. What I want to see is what is it as a percentage of this grand total to the right. So how I need to compare it as a percentage of grand total. That's what I need to do. Now, to make this report a bit more legible, if you can see, the total number of columns are quite large. Now, some people ask, when do I put stuff in a column and when do I put it in a row? Well, there are too many items on the column here, and there are quite a few items on the row. So I'm going to flip it. You can just take your stuff that is in your column, drag it to your row, and take stuff that is in your row and drag it to your column. And now we've changed the format of the report. Now, any analysis you want to do with values in your pivot table, you just right-click. Okay, you just right-click anytime you want to do anything in your pivot table, go to where you want to do that analysis and right-click. So I just click anywhere here and right-click. Then I want to show, if you look at there's something called show value as. So under show value as, there's currently no calculation going on. I could say percentage of grand total. Then that just gives me a percentage of grand total. So everything is a percentage of grand total. So I could right click again, go to show value as, and you can see all sorts of analysis you could do. Percentage of column total. What does that mean? That means each column, whatever the values are for that column, we're doing a percentage of the column total. So this ABIA state, this place ABIA state, it contributes for this particular product 25006C, it contributes 4.9% of the total for that product. So 4.9% of the sales of that product comes from ABIA state. That's what percentage of grand total means. Percentage of column total. This is a column total percentage. I could right click as well. I want to say, okay, well, how does each product sell in a particular state? So I want to know what's the best selling product of each state. I could just right click one of these values again, and then I go to show value as percentage of row total. And then now for ABIA state, straight away you can see that this product 3002P is the highest selling product in ABIA state. Yeah, and the least selling product probably is this 1.69, this 405. So straight away you can have an analysis of a product just by right clicking and showing your numbers. Thanks for watching another training video from dbrownconsulting. See you in the next video.